Hey guys, my name is Stephen Lassiter. I teach at Pepperell Middle School, located in Floyd County Schools in Floyd County, Georgia. And this is my presentation of the last 3 years of Milestones data. Pepperell Middle, well, first some background and purpose. Pepperell Middle School is the largest of 4 middle schools in the Floyd County system and the second largest school in the whole system. We are a Title I school, so 2 of the 4 are Title I, which we are. We are approximately 75% rural white, with the remaining a mix of Black, Hispanic, Latino, mixed races, and other ethnicities. 20% of our population have disabilities. Year 2 of this presentation that you'll see, PMS became a one-to-one school with Chromebooks. We are tested 6th, 7th, and 8th grade on ELA and math, but 6th and 7th grade do not take science and social studies. In the spring of 2013, we saw a major reduction in force in which 120 teachers were let go. Many teachers, like myself, who are certified in multiple areas, got placed into situations that they had never taught after many years, or his subject has changed a lot since the last time. And then starting last school year, we actually added a reading and a math interventionist, which has helped our students a lot in this past school year's data. So taking a look here compared to the district and state, you can see in ELA that we actually underperform the district and the state. One thing that we attribute a lot of our problems to is that because we are so poor and our poverty population is actually increasing every single year, that lack of importance, lack of motivation, lack of accountability by parents. That's one thing that we've really had a hard time with, is parent accountability in helping us get their students to achieve. So now in math, however, you'll see again, year 1 and year 3, we underperformed the district and the state, but we saw a slight increase over the district in year 2. So what specifically was it in math that we did in that particular year to see a nice increase and jump the state? If you'll take a look here, these are our students with disabilities. I've got the 4 middle schools here, and you can see in blue is Pepperell Middle School. As you can see over the 3 years, we see a very nice gain in ELA with our students and disabilities, while the other schools have seen a decrease or have plateaued. So one thing in year 2, we got our one-to-one Chromebooks, and we purchased many programs for reading in ELA, such as Language Live, Read 180, System 44. We purchased a lot of those programs in year 1 for the special ed population, but then once we got a one-to-one system, we really started using those with our students with disabilities. Now, math, however, you can see we made a pretty nice gain from year 1 to year 2 with our students with disabilities in math, but we did a little backsliding in year 3. One thing you'll notice here is that one middle school in particular, Armuchee Middle, jumped significantly over the 3 years. So my question is, what is it that Armuchee did that we could apply here to help get our students with disabilities to show significant gains in mathematics? So our students with ethnicities now, as from my slide here, we're majority white, but we also have a 25% Black, African-American, Hispanics, Latinos, and mixed races. The white population has fairly maintained the same average of proficient and distinguished on the milestones, but a couple of things to point out. You can see the Hispanic and Latinos in green have actually shown an increase over the 3 years, while the Black population and the mixed race population has shown significant decrease. What I would attribute to the Hispanic and Latino showing gains as such would be with the induction of the Chromebooks into the classroom. We've used a lot of translation technologies too. And so when it comes to reading and writing and that kind of stuff, that's really helped those populations. But the question is, what has happened that has caused a decrease with the Black population and the mixed race population? That's a very good question to ask that my administration doesn't seem to know the answer to. Our ethnicities in math, you can see again that what's funny is on the first slide we saw enormous gains with the Hispanics, but in this case We actually see a decrease in mathematics with the Hispanics. But then you'll notice that we have a nice increase with the Black population, but also we see a slight decrease with the mixed race population. When we went to one, we actually didn't. The only programs that we purchased for mathematics were USA Test Prep and Study Island, and those are great programs, and you can do a lot of differentiation with it. But they're not as good as reaching and addressing some of those underlying issues, like programs like Language Live or Read 180, and those programs that are designed to really assess where students' disabilities and try to help them back. And so as a result, the Hispanic population, we can see a decrease there. And so in summary, the big thing that we actually see every year is rapid increasing poverty within our school system, and in particular, our actual school. And it's getting worse and worse every year. And then we don't have very much involvement at home or accountability by parents at home. And that seems to be something over the last several years that everybody in our school has come to agree that this is our biggest problem. In the instances where we were able to change parent accountability and outlook on student achievement, we have seen some gains, but it's very, very difficult when it keeps increasing every year. One thing, too, that's helped that we've seen gains in over the last couple of years and last school year, which is not presented in the data, is that we made enormous gains, especially last year in student achievement, because we have purchased a myriad of tools and resources. But one thing that we have most teachers and the administration agree on is the lack of professional development aimed at making sure that teachers are effectively using the technologies and resources to drive instruction. And so that's one thing. I've made several of our presentations in this program, and my capstone is going to be over providing adequate professional development. In year 4, which is not in the presentation, this would be last year, we added a math and reading interventionist. As a result, when we got our milestones and our CCRPI back this past year, we actually showed enormous growth, jumping to the 5th school in the county as in terms of growth and achievement, which we have something like 20 schools. So that was a very nice increase. And finally, one thing that's going to be interesting to see is the effects of the RIF are finally starting to tail off. Most teachers have gone back to teaching only one subject. I am the only teacher I'm one of 2 teachers in our particular school that's actually teaching multiple subjects right now. But in the next couple of years, after the introduction of these new tools and resources, and me in this program as a technology coach, providing professional development to our teachers to have them effectively maximize their technology, hopefully we'll see some enormous gains. And hopefully we can get these parents in here to back us up a little bit. Thank you, and have a great day.